Even though I've been talking about the Moomins for about a year now, I've just never done enough of them. It's especially ironic given the theme of my entire channel. Even when I've knew several ideas and how to construct the videos for those ideas, I just never done it. So I really gotta make that shit up this year.
Ready, go!
Yo, what's good with y'all? For today's video, I'm going to be ranking all of the animated Moomin series. This includes the 3D animated series that was in 2019. Yes, I know some people seen my videos on the 3D Moomins, so they know how dirty I'm going to do it within this video.
You're boring. You're boring.
Though despite me not liking it, I will still be very fair in my criticisms towards them. I'm pretty sure I made it pretty clear with my first and second video on it. And really, I know this fan base is partially sensitive and very gay, so I'll be better off making the section for the 3D Moomins under 5 minutes.
I don't give a fuck about any of that. Why should I fucking care? I don't care.
With that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Enough stalling, let's get started. Now, since this is the first animated series of the Moomins, I'll be a bit more lighter on my overall criticisms of the show, but if somebody has to jingle keys in front of you to get your attention, well, you got the right series. But seriously though, this series it's not good. And if you were one of those people that actually watched the series, nigga, that shit ass. But for those who haven't watched the series and don't really care to go through the playlist, allow me to highlight the issues of the show for you. I promise you the issues are not that much to complain about, so I'll get through this section quick. One of the criticisms I have for this series is that it's kind of unstructured. While this animated series does have key parts of the Moomins, the animated series is more like a mambo-jambo ass fan fiction. It does sound good concept-wise, but it came out just terrible. Honestly, I don't think it had a chance in the first place. The designs are straightforward, but it could have used that aesthetic touch-up. I'm gonna be blunt, I don't think there's a single excuse that could cover for these shitty designs they had in this first animated series. It does have good scenery and things of that nature. It's just that these designs are a disappointment. Any character from a hentai has better designing than this. I think they managed to go 0 for 3 in character designing. Mr. Himulin is over here cracked out looking like one of these. The Moomins look like their smoke alarm beeps constantly, and there's a Popeyes located near their area. Little Mai's always been ugly, so I know I don't give a rat's ass. She just counts as a +1, so that's probably 0 for 4. Make of that what you will. But let me ask a question on some real nigga shit. How in the hell is your own self-insert character a mess? He has the personality of Snufkin, only popped up in that series for 1 episode. He never came back. You could literally replace the self-insert with Snufkin and nothing would change in terms of personality at all. And he has the most basic character design for someone his personality type. If you had a customizable character in the One Piece verse, you would get this nigga. And realistically, I'm just scratching the surface on ass characters. The actual scoreboard is well over 0 for 10, but I'm not even gonna get into that for time's sake. I would end up cooking this series for 10 minutes if I did. I might make that its own video if I reach 520 subs. Let me know if you would see that, by the way. And on second thought, let me elaborate on my first criticism before I speak on positive aspects of this series. Elaborating more on my first criticism, it's very easy to spot out, so I'm not gonna waste much time. The structure of the show as far as introduction wise was actually going relatively well. There is a slight thing that is already off in the introduction though, and that's the ant in the anthill. Moomin tries to save this ant from getting his ass ate, but as soon as he attempts to help it, he gets his tail grabbed. This series is fucking crazy. Back to what I was getting into. Moomin crawls out of this big ass crater that Stinky dug up over here, but the ant is literally nowhere to be seen. We're introduced to the captain, but the ant doesn't even appear in the background. Like damn, no, are you okay little guy? Nigga just died in the background. Though this is just like a tiny slip up in an inconsistent story, it gets worse. Moomin introduces the captain to Moomin Valley, including him introducing all the residents like Mr. Himulin, this hating dick rider with the attitude of a 14-year-old little white girl without her Starbucks and her iPhone 14, and then he introduces Captain to his parents. The structure is back on point and everything looks alright from here. A quick gag goes by to see how bad Moomin Mama messed up breakfast.
What the fuck is this ape ass nigga doing?
I know we can all learn from this. Make sure you stay in the kitchen and watch your food while you're cooking. But as soon as the gag is over, it immediately cuts to nighttime. This is just another small detail. It's nothing too significant. This was just to show, although the series is like, you can understand the animator's perspective, they kind of wanted to get it done. It still could have been fleshed out more, my nigga. Like, what are you doing? Put some attention to detail, you Japanese rice grain. And on second thought, remember when I said that this show contained key parts of the Moomins? Let's entertain how they structured that. Going to the 1990s version for comparison, when it came to the scene where Moomin got turned into a troll by the magical hat, it takes a more understandable approach with Moomin hiding in the hat with the intent to have a unique hiding spot, but it turned out to take a unique toll and wasn't a good idea. The scene is overall more fleshed out, has really good emotional appeal to it, and on top of that was executed really well, including the voice actors pulling their own weight. Overall, I strongly approve of it, and factors like these will be kept in mind when I'm ranking the series later in the video. Compare this with the 1969 animated series, where we have this bald, white chocolate milk dud claiming the magic hat, suspiciously looks only at Moomin and invites him to come to the magic circus, saying quote unquote, "I'll give you something nice backstage afterwards." Can't even be consistent with their own background characters. This is the same person? Where did he come from? Moomin gets forcibly turned into a troll by the magic hat because he didn't want to join the circus. This ugly ass pedophilic ringleader tries to act like shit is sweet by acting like he's a part of his circus, ends up getting slapped away from Captain like a little side character. I would smack the shit out of that skinny ass twink. He did that like he did not give a fuck. And you're turning your back on me? Oh nah. The ringleader ends up getting found out anyway, and it turns out he was the same antlion that tried to molest Moomin earlier. Damn, you came back for round 2? You are nasty. But in the end, this was just to prove how weirdly structured this series was. It seems complicated, far-fetched, and honestly pretty stupid, but creativity 10 out of 10. I guess. My overall ranking of this series is a 4 out of 10. At the very most, it was creative and funny, but it only stood out in a way for people to shit on it, not for people to actually like anything about the animated series. But now when everybody thinks of the first animated Moomin series, they will forever be reminded of this sorry-ass remake. So, going back to the remake of the first animated series, it's actually not that bad. They even had an update on the character designs, so let's dip into that. Moomin and Snufkin. Moomin's design got that much needed touch up, and Snufkin's design is definitely an upgrade from what he used to wear. They even gave him an alternative aesthetic with the hat change, so that's nice. Snorkmane and Little Mai, their designs are roughly the same, so damn. Mama and Papa, how are y'all even related to your kid? Damn. Have all the other characters received no real upgrade for real? Let me do a head count real quick. Okay, 1, good. Okay, 2, good. Okay, 3. Okay, 4. Okay, 5. They need to take better care of the other characters, my nigga. At least the style renewal was necessary for Mr. Hemulin, right? Because he was just straight up chopped. Damn. You can only really see this change in art style for improved aesthetics, and really, it's just super lazy. It is a remake, so there's nothing too much you can expect from it other than improved quality, but the laziness pisses me off. Oh my gosh. I'll give them half a point for improving Moomin and Snufkin. They could have redesigned the other characters while they were at it, man. The other designs weren't even that good either. Yeah, they really managed to drop the ball on this remake. I would say damn near no improvement, but I would be lying if I said they didn't improve at all. They've gotten a better intro, they've improved the structures of their episodes, slightly. Sometimes I don't even know what's going on. They also still have that slight habit of adding annoying self-inserts. Who is this nigga? She wasn't even important to the plot of the episode, she was just there. On top of that, the entire first episode was dedicated to this random. She barely contributed enough to be remembered, and on top of that, it's mostly forgotten by the time you watch the rest of the series. You want me to believe that there's an entire episode dedicated to a self-insert, but she's not even at the forefront of her own search. I could not stress this enough if I tried. Stop adding insert characters in anime! And even in general, right? If you're going to add a self-insert character, make it work. She's just as comparable to the captain in the last series in relevance. Nobody resonates with her. I'm taking away another point just for that repetitive mistake, man.
Fuck! Damn, this nigga trash, man!
My overall rating for this series is a 6.5. Its point deductions were mainly for laziness, its inconsistent care for the characters, and its same repetitive antics. It's not overly bad, which is why I would not drop this show's rating below a 6. It's decent and very bearable to watch, I just don't like its laziness. That's kind of just it. Overall, the most I can say is a big thank you for the creators of this series for being another stepping stone into the Moomin's greatest era. This era was peak, a really enjoyable series. All of the popular wholesome memes came from this era. Damn. They're the main reason and the main carrier for why the Moomin official channel is still garnering views. Damn. This era is what got them the most popular in the first place. Damn. Along with them XP farming with the same show on a 24/7 hour live stream. It can't possibly be more better than that, especially given whatever the hell I'm about to rate next. Hey fucking yo. But basically the show got as much feeds as they do episodes, and I got an infinite content farm, so that's basically another bonus feature. Why you think any content creator who's reviewed the Moomins only went to this series? They're not gonna care about no damn Shin Moomin, and you can see why after I reviewed the bitch. So you know the series really about that shit. Let's get into it. Enough of listing the series' 90 overall attributes and actually getting into ranking it. Bro, this series is simply just calm as fuck. I genuinely can't find much to complain about. It doesn't piss me off because no one's too much of a smart aleck. It doesn't piss me off because nobody's just that stupid. Some characters are annoying here and there, but I can't find any hatred for any of them. And then you have some characters that come out of nowhere. Like, bro, who is this nigga? He could have been a whole ass predator and you still let this nigga in your house? While your parents asleep? In hibernation? At least kick one of they big ass out the bed and say, no way, you're the only one up. I would have laid right back down. But at the end of the day, it's just Moomin Valley. Everything's wholesome here. Oh. Never mind, I guess. In my time of watching the 1990s Moomin Valley, this goes without any bias or dick sucking, right? This series is objectively the best out of all of them. And I'm not throwing in any bias. I've watched every single one of them for myself, so I know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't. My only general complaint for this series so far is that it's fucking copyrighted. A majority of my video ideas are literally for this specific series, man. At least it's something I can partially work my way around though. The evading copyright process takes videos much more longer to come out than they should. I have to re-upload it several times to get the perfect one I want to evade it. It's really a pain in my fucking ass crack. It's not very bad, as I said before. I can find some way to work around it. It's a pain, but like, getting into actual aspects of the show though. This show actually does a good job in differentiating characters' personalities unlike the other ones. Along with the animators giving the style a much more needed touch-up, with the styles of the characters being iconic, and it overall taking a much more aesthetic approach to its backgrounds, along with them putting marvelous effort into their voice acting.
You don't look like my Moomin.
I am. Please believe me, Mama. I am Moomin.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure.
Something's happened to me. Why do I look so different?
Now then, calm down. This won't help at all. We don't need all this noise. If you really are Moomin, then everything will be all right. Just give me a minute or two, and I'll know.
I can't get into too much because they don't play about that copyright. And my only real other complaint other than the copyright is that trash-ass intro song, bro. Not one Moomin fan I know sings that shit. Real deal, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. My overall rating for this series is an 8.5. The series is really something you just sit back and relax to. It's overall very chill, with it still having its emotional moments, right? It's pretty laid back, and you get to see all the characters' personalities shine in their own unique way. That's really just the best part about this animated series. It's Corey X Kenshin switch the colors ass vibe, bro. It's just something you just chill, bro. You don't even gotta do too much. While everything for this series is like overwhelmingly positive, right? I can't really say the next for the next one that's gonna get ranked. I just wanted to trash on the series again. Nothing new. No! I don't want to see none of this shit get hyped up no more. It's obviously terrible. Moomin Corp knows what they must do. Oh, hell no! I don't want want to say too much in this section because I already reviewed it. There's a reason why I don't want to go over a 5-minute mark for this part. But the 3D Moomins fucking suck! It's bad enough that the voice actor of the main character constantly sounds like they're voice acting for a yaoi, but everybody else on the cast is a fucking butt. They don't know how to read energy when they're voice acting for their character.
After I counted 9 creaks on the stairs, I felt a cold draft blow against my neck, and I watched, horrified, as the thingy began to seep through my door.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh!
Sorry about that.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Moomin Papa presiding. That's me. I did say all rise, Muskrat.
Let justice be done, though the heavens fall.
It's pretty safe up there to me. Shut the fuck up! Okay, everyone else be seated. To business. The case of Thingamy and Bob versus the Groke. Is the clerk of the court ready?
So I just type what everyone says? Even me?
Yes.
Even me.
There's no way they went up to 4 seasons with this shit, bro. Oh my god. And what makes it worse is its cheesy humor and overly awkward moments. It feels uncomfortable. Every episode, I feel like I'm watching a fucking humiliation ritual, my nigga. All of the red flags was shown to those bums in the studio creating this shit, bro. And they still wouldn't restart. Me personally, if the execution was shitty before this even comes out, bro, I'm not folding. I'm sending that nigga up out the studio, bro. It's probably too late to get this series canceled, but bro, you should have sent that nigga up out the studio, bro. I see the potential in the idea of a 3D carve out of the Moomins, bro, and they make it into a little series. That was nice. Here's some food for thought. Put more time and effort into things. This series absolutely has no motivation. It's just like, who would want to watch this shit? And just like the examples in my previous videos, let's pull them up again. They have no reason being this ass. This DS Moomin game that came out in 2009, Mumiteni no Okurimono, you're most likely asking, what about it? Their 3D models look better. And even when it comes to side characters like the Groke, right? They still managed to make them look better, exactly like copy-paste from the anime. So the 3D Moomins have no excuse for being this fucking ass. I don't want to hear none of that 2019 hype no more.
You're not shit, nigga.
I don't care. Any nigga fanning for this shit is a fucking goofy. Especially the new gen. As I said earlier, the 3D renders themselves are like very ugly. And you know that they have potential to do something way bigger than this. It's not just these problems I have. Take a look at the official rendering they did for the show in 2019. And take a look at what they're posting on their YouTube shorts. Jumping back to this video, I'm ranking this in the negatives, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, this shit's trash.
You troglodyte!
What's good, y'all boys, man? If you were one of the real ones that were actually waiting on me to upload, I hope the entertainment was worthwhile, but also this little update at the end of the video is specifically just for you. Realistically, all of you niggas are real ones, bro. Y'all stayed here after I was gone for a whole entire month. I really owe y'all a lot of thank yous.
Thank you.
I am working more to increase video quality production with the help of my thumbnail maker and using my creative cognitive. As you've seen with the last couple of edits of me using flashback clips, those were entirely custom made. I literally just did that out the wazoo. Getting into updating you guys on content in the future, I want to be very honest with you guys. I don't really see myself doing commentary much in the future at all. If it's in regards to the Moomins, then I'll keep going. If it's in regards to any other topic, nah, I'm sorry. This includes the Yokai Watch series, bro. I'll give y'all a few more bangers, up to 10 videos, and then I'll make my departure. And if you guys find any worse aura moments, find them in honor of me, my nigga. As always, and I do mean this genuinely, you guys are great. Just great. Absolutely phenomenal with how patient you guys are with me.
Thank you.